Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good evening, Blues fans. We are live here at the Mission's new home rink, the Rosemount Ice Arena. Beautiful brand new facility, just opened in the last couple weeks, and it really is a beauty. Awesome restaurant here in the area. Check it out. Tonight, the Blues will take on Team Illinois in Game 3 of the Reapers Showcase. They have just gotten final instruction from the Blues coaching staff. Blues send out the defensive pair of Linus Brooks and Malachi Smith to get this game started. Forward unit will be Fugner centering Zilm and Boyer. Goaltending for this game is going to be Luke Scanapieko, coming off a great game against Mission. Took one of the better teams in the country to 5 rounds of a shootout. Stopped the first 4, and they got one by finally, and caused the Blues to go down 3-2 in that game. The Blues came back last evening and beat the Reapers 2-1 in regulation. Looks like there seems to be a tie-up with the scorekeeping box. It looks like they're trying to get the iPad going. And we'll be back for the drop of the opening face-off here shortly. And we have the game sheets device signed by the coaches. Rep is finishing it up, hands it back to the scorekeeper, and we are ready to get this game underway. Fugner lines up for the opening face-off. Ref checks with the goalies, and we are ready to go. Face-off is won by the Blues. Malachi Smith carries it across the red line. He puts it in deep. Zilman Boyer going on the forecheck. Goalie plays it. He sends it hard off the glass, comes all the way out to the point. Brooks puts it back in deep. Good pinch by Malachi Smith near side. He puts it back in deep. Puck squirts out. Fugner almost had it. It bounced off his stick, goes far side. Brooks steps up, throws that back in deep. Blues start a line change here. Zilm pushes it into the behind the net for Fugner. He gets knocked down, maintains control of the puck. Finally, they're able to get it. Zilm hits his man. He gets taken down, and the 09 Blues and some Sting friends are here watching. They weren't happy with that no call on Fugner going down. Here comes T.I. through the neutral zone. They cross it in. Long slap shot pass saved by Scanapieko. It's bounced out to the forward unit. It comes back into the corner. Rubis grabs it. He's going to go for a skate. He goes far side to Bauer. Bauer kicks it to a stick. Goes far side for Bowers. Bowers stops, pulls up, drops it to Peterson. Peterson back to Bowers. Bowers tries to make a move, takes it deeper into the corner. Bauer comes to help him out. Bauer still controls. He tries to get to the front. Crowley was waiting for it, but it hit off the side of the cage. T.I.'s clearing attempt comes all the way up to Peterson on the point. He shoots. That's padded into the corner. And good save by Rubis as he holds it at the line. Bauer picks up the rebound off a T.I. skate. Bauer takes it behind. Crowley tries to hit Bowers in front. Puck squirts past. Step up by Peterson. Shot on. That's wide. Bowers gets it to Bauer. Another shot. Another pad save by the T.I. goalie. and T.I. clears to the neutral zone. They're bringing it back. Crowley keeps him to the outside. Rubus picks up the loose puck, almost collides with Bowers. Rubus backtracks. He's got one man on him. Nobody home, so he's just going to throw it and complete the line change. Here comes the fresh Blues players. Errant pass collected by them. Giorgio's going to pick up the loose puck. He goes back to Miniman. Miniman, quick pass to Rubus, or to Kamadowski. Kamadowski's pass far side is off the mark. Harris beats him the puck. Schneider grabs it. He has it bounce on him. He takes it behind the net now. Still controlling, looking for somebody. Gets it to Harris. Harris shot. That's a block in front. Harris comes away with the loose puck. He's going to skate it out to the point. Now Kamadowski. Shot goes on. Hits a group in front. Schneider battles. Harris battles. Giorgio steals it. Takes it to the corner. Makes a move to get around one man. Harris helps him out. And T.I. finally able to clear. Kamadowski over to Miniman. Miniman crosses the red line. He's going to put it in deep. And here come the Blues on the forecheck. Giorgio beats his man to it. He gets knocked down. Miniman's back behind there. Schneider pinches in. He takes it away. He reverses back to the corner. Giorgio's going to go for it now. Schneider goes for a change. Harris goes to the front of the net. He goes behind now, takes the puck, goes out to Miniman. Miniman skates the line, long shot, deflected off the goalie's shoulder into the sideboards. And cross-ice D-pass goes to Rubus from Giorgio. Harris picks up the rebound, hits the post. He gets his own rebound, puts it back for Blanchard. Blanchard sends it out to the point, held by Kamadowski. Kamadowski, long shot, gets through, chest saved by the goaltender, goes him back, and went to play to the defenseman, then thought better of it as Blanchard was right there, holds on for the whistle. 14:38 left here in the first period. Tie game 0-0. Blues lead 5-0 in shots. They're going to send out the Spatansky, Blanchard, and Wessel line up front. Smith and Brooks, the defensive pair. Puck comes back to Brooks off the draw. Long shot. Stick save. Rebound. Thrown towards the net and gloved by the goalie and held on to for another whistle. So we're going to do it again from the right of the TI goaltender. Spatansky lines up to take this one. He wins it. They get it back to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, deflects through. Blanchard grabs it, tries to shoot. He gets tied up and goes down. Malachi Smith pinches all the way down into the corner. He holds it there. Blanchard battles for it. T.I. comes away with it. They go behind behind D to D, and then they get it out to neutral zone. Pass deflects, hit off the skate. Malachi Smith now races for it. T.I. grabs it. They're going to throw it Blues far corner. Wessel's there for it. He holds his guy up. A little tip pass to Spatansky. Spatansky hits Blanchard, and now Blanchard and Spatansky 2-on-1, and wow. Spatansky gets taken down, and he is hurt. He's struggling to get up. We're going to turn the camera, and we'll be back after this gets cleared up. So Spatansky's up. He's being guided to the bench by Blanchard and Smith. Blues send out a fresh unit. Bugner, Boyer, Zelm up front. Rubus, Peterson, the defensive pair. Bugner lines up for this offensive zone draw, wins it. T.I. sends it back to the Blues point to Peterson. Peterson tries to put it in deep, hits off a T.I. player. They circle, good stick by, I think that was Zelm, breaks the play up. Tyson Boyer takes it to the corner, and now Tyson is battling two players. Bugner comes in to help him out, and they're going to just keep scooting towards behind the net. And puck now loose. They're going to throw it around. Rubus has to retreat to the neutral zone to get that. He's got a man hot on his tail. Rubus easily beats him. He goes behind the Blues net, reverses in the corner to Peterson. Peterson pulls up, makes a move, and goes around one man. Goes off the boards, tries to hit Zelm. Zelm gets tied up. He hits Peterson on a give and go. Here comes Peterson in the zone, has it bounce on him. Gets it past one guy. He sends the puck in to the corner, can't get it deep enough. Zelm grabs it, he goes back over, it hits off a stick, goes to Boyer. Boyer, big hit on his guy. Wow, it's going to get out of control. T.I.'s going after heads here. T.I. has the puck. Bowers pushes him to the outside. Bugner hits on him as a back checker. Hit by Rubus, knocks him off the puck. Bugner sends it, and if they don't get control of this pretty quick, this one's going to get pretty ugly. So Blues send out a fresh unit. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Bauer, Bowers, and Crowley, the offensive pair, or the offensive unit. Blues will have a defensive zone faceoff after that icing to the left of Scanapieko. Crowley lines up to take it. Face-off won by the Blues. Komodowski takes it behind the net. He's going to skate it near side. He's going to go cross through the center of the ice. He skates it through the neutral zone. He crosses the red line, throws it in deep. Bauer and Crowley in on the forecheck. Bauer hits his guy. Crowley takes the puck and squirts towards the net. That's out of the reach of everybody. Miniman has to race back for this one. He gets there first, sends it to Komodowski. Komodowski hits a seam pass to Crowley and bounces off him as he tried to one-touch it to. Oh, what an opportunity for the Blues as the puck goes right through the slot. Miniman throws it to the net. Crowley's pass to Bauer, not complete, goes far side. Good step up by Komodowski there as Bowers now controls on the sideboards. He puts it in deep, and Bauer gets chased. They're going to go back up the board. Good save on the sideboards by Bowers. He fights one man, kicks it towards the corner, comes away with the puck, tries to go far side. Miniman steps up. He's going to put it back in deep and does so as the player wanted to take a hook, and so gets it stuck in Miniman's legs. Komodowski comes away with the loose puck. He goes back to Miniman. Miniman hits Schneider. Schneider brings into the zone, drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio, long shot, hits the leg pad, goes behind the net for Harris. Harris battles. T.I. comes away with it. They go up the sideboards, pinched by Malachi Smith, holds it in deep. Giorgio has it. He's got three players on him. Malachi Smith gloves the puck down, shoots it towards the net. That puck is on, paddled to the side. Brooks grabs it, sends it back. Brooks gets it again from Harris. They're going to throw it in deep. Harris picks it up far corner. He battles a TI player. Two more TI players join. Giorgio hits his man. Schneider takes the loose puck, drops it for Smith. Smith, long shot, tipped by Harris. That goes wide. Harris picks up the loose puck in the corner. It squirts out. Schneider battles, holds it on the corner now, and kicks it to the defenseman. Brooks has it. He puts it back in deep. Blues start the change process. Giorgio goes in on the forecheck. Disrupts him just enough to mess up the play. Giorgio gets him from behind. Wessel grabs the puck. He goes far side. Good block by the goaltender. By the defenseman. Breaks that up. Back to Smith. Long shot. That hits a skate in front, goes to the far corner. Blanchard goes in on the forecheck. He tries to push it. T.I. gets it. They send it to the point. Brooks hits his man. Wessel picks up the loose puck, puts it far side. Good to see Spatansky back on the ice after his limp to the bench last shift, but he seems to be doing okay. T.I. gets it. They're going to flip it all the way out, and that goes all the way down in what should be icing, and it is. So 9:50 left here in this first period. Tie game 0-0. Shots in favor of the Blues 7-1. We'll have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the TI goaltender. Spatansky, Wessel, and Blanchard are the forward unit on the ice. Rubis and Peterson the defensive unit. Face-off is won by the Blues. Rubis has it. He skates the line. He takes a long shot. That gets through, hits the inside of the post, comes back out, and TI's attempt hits off of a stick and goes into the TI bench. So we're going to do it again from the right of the TI goalie. No change in personnel for the Blues. Great opportunity for Rubis there as he hit two posts on that shot, and it came out instead of going in. Face-off is won by the Blues. They push it behind TI's net. Spatansky battles for it. Wessel's helping him out. Wessel comes away with it. Goes out to the point to Peterson. Peterson shot blocked and heads up. Rubis got to get back. It's a 2-on-1 the opposite way. By Rubis breaks it up, and now it gets pushed behind the net. The pass to the defenseman picked off by Wessel. Wessel skates it through the zone. He leads it for Spatansky, or Rubis. Rubis pulls up waiting for help. Nobody there, so he puts it in deep. And here comes TI the opposite way as they come out, and pass picked off by Zilm. Zilm gets it to Fugner. Here comes Fugner with some room, takes it in, shoots, and good save by the goalie, pushes that one into the far corner. Fugner gets it. He holds it there. He gets knocked down, and big. Looks like Blues are going to go to the power play as the ref has indicated a indicated a charging. Or a cross-check, excuse me. Blues keep Fugner, Zilm, and Boyer up front to start this power play. Miniman Kamadowski, the defensive pair. The server from the bar comes down to get the 09 Blues team and the Sting players riled up and cheering. Now he does it for the parents. Face-off one goes out to Como. Como to Miniman. Miniman gets it back from Como. Far side to Fugner. Fugner steps in, shot, deflects off a stick. That goes high. Como pinches to the corner, holds it there. He gets tripped up. T.I. comes away with it, and they're going to skate it through the neutral zone. Tyson Boyer hits his man, knocks him off of it. Puck goes to the far corner. Tyson Boyer pushes the guy off it again. Kaminowski comes away with it. He hits Zilm. Zilm's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He brings it in. He's going to take it in deep now as he shakes off the hit. Tyson Boyer there for it. Puck goes the opposite way. Grant Fugner picks it up. He's going to skate it. He goes far side to Miniman. Miniman, he shoots. That hits a shin pad and gloved down by Miniman. Then he puts it in deep. Miniman gets leveled after the pass. Zilm has it shot. Oh, pad save. A rebound goes on net. Zilm picks it up. He takes it back. And they're calling a penalty on the Blues. So Miniman's going to go for two. Miniman goes for 2 minutes. I didn't see what they called, but it was behind the play. Blues send out Crowley and Wessel up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pair for this 4-on-4 time. Crowley lines up to take the draw. It is won by the Blues. Malachi Smith takes it behind the net. He reverses. He reverses in front. He tries to go far side, hits off a stick of T.I. T.I. pushes into the corner. Smith comes away with it, reverses up the boards to Crowley. Crowley has a man immediately on him, gets it back to Smith. Smith resets in the zone. Linus Brooks has it. He goes up to Wessel. Wessel far side to Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith brings it into the T.I. zone. He drops it for Wessel. Wessel far side for Brooks. Brooks' pass almost picked off as it rolled off his stick, and now T.I. controls in their corner. They go D to D behind the net. They try to go forward. Crowley picks that off. He goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks far side for Smith. Smith shot just like goal! Malachi Smith takes the shot that deflects off of a T.I. shin pad and goes in the net. So Brooks assisting Malachi Smith to put the Blues up for one. And scorekeeper doesn't know what he's doing. Took the penalty down for T.I. That needs to stay up as it was a 4-on-4 goal. So T.I.'s coach is trying to be slick, told their player to leave the penalty box because the scorekeeper accidentally took the penalty down, like that's what causes the penalty to be over, not the referees. So they'll put that penalty back up. Should have maybe 15 seconds or so left, 16 seconds left. I think Miniman got the penalty with 1:03 left in our power play. We're ready. They line up, so 18 seconds left to 4-on-4. Then they're going to have about a 57-second power play. T.I. controls in their own zone. They go D to D. He reverses as Blues are keeping him honest. Looks more like a power play for T.I. Bugner steps up, hits his man, knocks the puck off his stick. And Bugner hits him after, and he's going to take a penalty, but there's a breakaway the other way, and it goes wide, but Bugner is going to the box for roughing as he leveled the guy after the play. So Fugner goes to the box at 6:40 left in the second period, or first period, for roughing Miners. So Blues now 5-on-3 for the next 44 seconds. And then it'll be a minute 16 5-on-4 power play if we get to that point. Face off, won by TI. They send it out to the point. They set up. They go D to D. They take a shot. That goes wide of the net. It's going to come all the way back out to the point. They're going to reset. He skates the line. He's going to take it to the center. Gives it back to the top of the point. Bottom of the circle, far side. Back to the point. Slap shot fake. Goes to the bottom of the other circle. Then back out to the point. Top the circle shot. That's off the crossbar. That goes all the way out of the zone. And Blues are going to have a chance here if they wanted to try. But they're gonna keep the same 3 out. TI brings it back in, drops to the point. He steps to the circle. He goes to the far circle now. Brings it back out to the point. Drop pass. Long shot. Hits a skate in front. Rubis didn't see it. And that is going to do it. That ties this game up. Power play goal by TI. Rebound, shot hit Rubis' skate and literally just stopped dead in the slot. And nobody could get a stick to it. And TI there to bang it home. 09s are chanting Merry Christmas to TI. Nothing like having a student cheering section at a game. We're going to get this game restarted. It's 1-1 now. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers up front. Smith and Komodowski, the defensive pair. TI wins it. They go D to D in their own zone. They're going to send it up far side, picked off by Smith or Brooks. Smith grabs it. He puts it in deep. Bowers on the forecheck. They're going to throw it high off the glass. Komodowski holds, sends it back in. They're not calling offsides. It was clear as day offsides. You can't do that. You can't call it because they yell. You either see it or you don't.
You gotta make a call then.
So offsides after a good 10 seconds of play after it. We'll have a neutral zone face-off right next to the TI bench. Face-off won by the Blues. Bauer pushes it forward. TI takes behind the net. Big hit by Bauer, finishes his play. They're going to take it behind the net. They go up the far side. They tip it forward and heads up. They've got numbers coming the other way. Good back check by Bauer. And Bowers picks off the pass. He gets it knocked off his stick. Bauer grabs it. He puts it back up the boards. Bowers knocks it down. And then TI tries to take it. Bowers tips it to Smith. Smith over to Komodowski. Komodowski sends it to Schneider. Schneider gets it knocked off of his stick. Good stick by Komodowski, breaks that play up. And here comes Komodowski. He puts it in deep. Schneider goes in on the forecheck. He hits his man. Komodowski hits him. Schneider comes away with the puck. He skates it to the sideboards. He sends out the point to Miniman. Miniman puts it back in deep. Miniman gets knocked down. Harris has it. Harris gets tripped. He still regains the puck. Schneider holds it there. He's got a man on him. He keeps taking it forward. He tries to put it back for Harris. Clearing attempt, unable to be held at the line as it was bouncing. Miniman regroups, goes D to D to Miniman. Miniman's going to bring it in now, brings it across the blue line. Schneider breaking to the net. It's there. Schneider is hooked in front. No call. Harris grabs the puck. Schneider goes in to help him in the corner. Hits his man off the puck. Giorgio comes in, and TI finally able to clear. It hits off their player's skate, though, right to Brooks. Brooks sends it over to Miniman. Miniman turns it up. He goes to the neutral zone. He drops it in deep. Blues start the change process. Harris stays out for the forecheck. They go far side, tipped by Zilm. They try to get back to Zilm. Can't get it. TI turns away, and here they come back into the neutral zone as the Blues are back in plenty of time. Puck goes behind the net. Brooks is there for it. He reverses up the sideboards. Fugner grabs that loose puck. Has it bounce over his stick. Has to stop. He battles a man on the corner. And they battle. Harris comes back, grabs it. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in. He's going to the benches. He needs to get off for his line change. And Blues complete the change. Two new defensemen in Rubis and Peterson. Rubis holds the line. He puts it back in deep. And Boyer can't contain it. He's going to have to go fight for it on the sideboards. Gets it back to Peterson. Peterson, long shot on net, padded to the far corner by the TI goaltender. Good pinch by Rubis, puts it back in deep. Boyer hits his man behind the net. Zilm picks up the loose puck. He goes over to Rubis. Rubis, quick shot. That almost gets through, hits a shin pad, and goes just over the crossbar. They get the puck back to Peterson from the sideboards. He shoots. That deflects off a skate, goes far corner. Zilm picks it up. He goes behind the net for Boyer. Boyer back to Zilm. Zilm shot, hits the crossbar, goes all the way around far side. Peterson grabs it. Another quick shot on net, and that one is held on to by the TI goaltender after a heavy amount of pressure on that chip. Blues finish the line change. Spatansky is joined by Wessel and Blanchard as the forward line. Komodowski and Smith will be the defensive pair. Offensive zone face-off with 2:44 left here in the second period is won by TI. They're going to take it into the corner. They reverse. Wessel's all over him. TI sends it far side with the flip pass. They're going to circle. They take it back in deep. Blanchard's all over him. Wessel's going to pick off the pass far side. He puts it back in deep. Spatansky's going to chase it. He hits his man. Wessel grabs the loose puck. Wessel sends it to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski shoots, tipped on net. Save, thrown up the sideboards. Smith unable to contain it. 2-on-1 coming back. Long shot. That is saved. Puck is there. And wow, TI guy just leveled the Blues goalie, Luke Scanapieko, in no call. That was a dirty hit on a goalie. Wow. Anyways, puck comes out to the point. They're going to put it in deep. Malachi Smith hits his man, knocks him off the puck. Blanchard, Spatansky battles for it. Komodowski comes away with it. He's going to skate up the sideboards. He reverses. He goes behind the net to Smith. Smith goes up the sideboards to Wessel. Wessel, he's going to skate it, gets around one man. He takes it, gets around, and then he throws it in the zone, and it goes over the glass and out of play. Blues make a line change. They send out the Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers line. Miniman and Brooks are this defensive pair. Center ice face-off. That is won by TI, but it's out of reach of everybody. Bauer now races for it. He hits his man in the corner. Crowley there pushes the puck back to Bauer deep. TI clears it up to our point for us. They go over to Brooks. Brooks long shot. That's on net. Pad save, push to the corner. Bauer comes away with it. He goes behind the net to Bowers. Bowers tries to put it in front and goes all the way up the point line. As Brooks gets it, he shoots it. Backhand, that hits somebody and bounces. TI comes away with it. Good stick by Bauer, breaks that up. He tries to push towards the front of the net and still fighting for it. He skates around the whole team, sends it to Miniman. Miniman gives it back to Bauer. Bauer makes a move around one. He steps around, shoot on net. That's saved by the pad. Puck comes right back, and they're going to squirt that down into the blue zone right between the Blues defensemen. Miniman picks it up. He comes far side. He gets it to Crowley. Crowley tips it forward. It goes right to the TI defenseman. They go D to D in their own zone. Good job by Crowley breaking that up. Schneider tips it back to Miniman. Miniman puts it in deep, and Bowers was not able to clear the zone in time, so it is offsides. Giorgio, Harris, Schneider up front. Komodowski and Peterson, the defensive unit. Neutral zone face-off across from the Blues bench after that face-off, offsides against the Blues. Face-off one back to Peterson. Peterson gets it up to Harris. Harris crosses in. He tries to get it over to the center. He hits his own loose puck after it hit a skate. Giorgio hits his man. TI goes far side. Good stick by Rubis, breaks that up. They get it back to the neutral zone. They go D to D, and then they're offsides. So we're going to do it again right across from the Blues bench. No change in personnel, it seems, for either team. 14.8 seconds left here in the game, or in the first period, excuse me. And face-off won by TI, goes back into their own zone, and Harrison on the forecheck pushes him behind the net. He gets hooked in front, no call. Giorgio stops the puck, and then here comes TI back in. Long shot, hits off the shin pad of Rubis, and And the TI player took a swipe at the goalie and gets everything he deserves. So penalty is going to be issued out here at the end of the first period. We will see what they call. Guarantee you they're just going to pick some random people to put in the box. So we'll be back for the second period in a penalty synopsis from whatever they're trying to call here in just a few minutes. Until then, see ya. And we are ready to get the second period underway. There is two sets of coincidental penalties after whatever happened in front of the net. Snyder and Bauer are in the box with two TI players. Bugner, Boyer, Zilm lead this period off. Brooks and Malachi Smith will be the defensive pair. Blues win it. D to D, Brooks sends it up to Boyer. Boyer tries to put it in deep, shakes off the hit. TI able to clear. They send it all the way down, and Malachi Smith is going to have to retrieve this as it doesn't go far enough for icing. He reverses, takes it behind the net, reverses again, and they get it to the corner for Boyer. Boyer,
Let's go, Blues!
one touch pass to Fugner. Fugner brings it across. He takes it in deep. He gets it knocked off his stick. It goes in deep. Fugner hits him. knocks the stick out of his hand. Malachi Smith picks off a pass. Shot! That goes just wide. Brooks can have to hold this line far side. He does. He puts it back in deep. It goes far side. Malachi Smith is going to pinch in. He holds it there. Spatansky fresh on the ice covers the point, and they're going to throw it all the way down in what should be icing, and it is. So Blues complete the line change. Miniman Komodowski, the defensive pair coming on the ice. Blanchard and Wessel are centered by Spatansky up front. Offensive zone faceoff for the Blues comes to the left of the Illinois goaltender. Spatansky lines up, take it, wins it back to Komodowski. Komodowski shoots, tipped off the stick, a spot just high of the net on a good deflection attempt. T.I. brings it around short side. Their pass doesn't connect. Komodowski grabs the puck. He takes a hit. Drop pass. That goes. Shot far. It misses the inside post or the outside post far side. Comes all the way out to the neutral zone. And T.I. brings it back. Big hit by Blanchard. Knocks his man down. Wessel gets it back. And his pass to Spatansky is a little bit off the mark. And so T.I. has to retreat and they bring it to their own zone. They try to pass it up. Hits the stick of Wessel. Spatansky grabs loose puck. Sends it back to Wessel. Wessel tries to get it to Blanchard. Blanchard gets a shot off, and it goes. Wow. Wessel slow to get up in front of the net. He got cross-checked several times in the back as he was laying on the ice after he got pushed into the goalie. Blues coaching staff having another conversation with the refs. They're not happy with that. Refs are not going to call that for them because you just don't get those calls up in Chicago against Chicago teams. Blues send out a fresh line. They've got Peterson and Rubis, the defensive pair. Zilm, Crowley, and Bowers are up front, as Blues have a player from two different lines in the box, so they got to change some things up. Puck comes out to Peterson, his shot, that goes wide far side. Rubis pinches, they're able to clear it out, and heads up, T.I.'s on a breakaway. Shoot, good save by Scanapieko, sends that far side. Rubis now on the far boards, pushes it forward, T.I. grabs it, they put it back behind. Peterson grabs it, and holy smokes, that is a filthy hit. That should be a 2 and 10 for sure for head contact, but who knows what they're going to call. Wow, they only gave him 2 minutes for that. How is that not head contact? Wow. Led with both hands into the head. Easily 2 and 10. But they're only calling a rough, which is whatever. So Blues go on the power play in a tie game with 16 minutes left here in the second period. Both Blues players, Bauer and Schneider, released from the box. Giorgio, Schneider, Harris up front. Peterson, Rubis, a defensive pair. Face off, won by T.I. They send it around the boards hard. Rubis pinches far side. He holds it on the sideboard. He's got a man all over him, makes the move in. He circles back again as he has a guy all over him. Drop pass for Harris. Harris gets around a guy. He takes it to the front, sends it out to the point. Peterson gets it from Rubis. He throws it far side for Harris. Harris stops, pulls up. He has the puck. He's looking. He goes far side for Peterson. Peterson's shot. His shot goes just high over the shoulder. Comes all the way out to Rubis. Rubis makes a move. Harris grabs it. He goes to Giorgio. Giorgio shoot. That hits a player in front, and they're able to clear all the way down for an icing. So Blues send out a fresh defensive unit and a fresh offensive unit. Brooks and Smith will be on defense. Forward unit is Fugner, Zilm, and Boyer. Offensive zone face-off on the penalty power play. Won by Fugner back to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Back to Brooks now. And Brooks bobbles the puck. T.I. brings it. They're going to take it to the far side. Brooks does a good job, holds him to the outside. Shot doesn't get through. Brooks grabs it. He tips it forward to Zilm. Zilm up to Fugner. It hits off of his skate, and they're going to flip it right back out. That goes in the zone. That is clearly offsides. No call. Shot goes far side. Boyer grabs it. He sends it back. Knee-to-knee hit. This is brutal. Brutal officiating here late in this game. Well, early in this game. We're not even halfway through. Fugner's going to bring it in. He goes, shoots. That goes just wide. Boyer gets the puck back to Smith. Smith circles at the blue line. Can't hold the line. He goes over to Brooks. Brooks drops it for Smith. Smith drops it for Brooks again. Brooks goes to make a move. He's going to skate it in. He gets it into the zone. Long shot. That goes just wide to the sideboard. Spatansky grabs a loose puck. He goes out to Boyer. Boyer nowhere to go. Puts it into the corner. Hits a seam in the glass. Hits a seam in the glass and goes out. Another punch to the head. Another punch to the head late by Team Illinois. Then a slash by Team Illinois. And they may be getting multiple penalties here as they are unable to control their bench. Oh, no, they're doing one at least. So Blues will go on a 10-second 5-on-3, it appears, with 14:10 left here in the second period. Tie game 1-1, heavily in favor of the Blues in the shot department. It's 17-5, but the TI goaltender has had a pretty solid game, as has Scanapieko, as the only goal he let up, there was not much anybody was going to do about it, as it hit a defenseman's skate and just stopped in the slot. TI's coaching staff not happy. And they're putting another player in the box, so they did. They called both penalties. So Blues will be 5-on-3 for 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I guess. Well, I guess it'll be a 5-on-4 for the last 10 seconds after this penalty expires. So Team Illinois players arguing their case to the referees. The referee has had enough of it, pulls the door closed in his face, and is ready to get this game restarted. So 2 penalties, minors on that play called, probably a slash and a roughing if I had to take a wild guess. So when this 10-second penalty expires, the second 2-minute penalty will begin. Blues are going to send out Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front. Defensive unit, Miniman and Komodoski. And we are ready to get this show started. Face off won by the Blues. Blanchard gives it to Komodoski. Komodoski to Miniman. Miniman down low to Wessel. Wessel has it bounce on him. He circles. He sends it back to Miniman. Miniman over to Wessel. Wessel back to Komodoski. Komodoski steps, shoots, crossbar, and into the netting over the glass. So Team Illinois' first minor penalty is over. TI fans don't know the rules. A shot off the crossbar is not out of the zone. It stays in. That is the correct call. And TI wins that face-off. They're going to take it far side. They send it all the way down. That is going to go on net. Scanapieko holds it there. Miscommunication with Komodoski as TI grabs it. He's going to try to hold it in the corner. You can't really do that, I don't think. And pushes it through. Miniman grabs it. Miniman's going to go for a skate. He gives it up to Wessel. Wessel drops it for Blanchard. Blanchard to Komodoski. Komodoski shot. That goes far side wide. Blues got to hurry and get to it as TI's going to grab it. They shoot it all the way down. That goes on net again. They must practice that. And another misplay. Loose puck in front. Goes wide somehow. Blues goaltending and defensemen not talking well as they're playing these pucks that they're throwing on net. That's 2 chances on a 5-on-3 for them. Blanchard brings it in, drops to Spatansky. Spatansky pass to Wessel complete. Wessel grabs the loose puck. Spatansky comes away with it. Wessel grabs it, sends it back to Miniman. Miniman over to Peterson. Peterson tries to get it through and heads up. Here comes TI, shorthanded, and their shot goes just wide. Wessel picks it up far side. I think the TI player thought he scored. I don't know what he thought. He stopped doing anything. And Wessel grabs a loose puck. He's going to skate it into the zone. He brings it, drops it for nobody as Blanchard was changing. Wow, another terrible high hit. And Blues try to send it to the slot to Spatansky. That's missed. Rubis comes away with the loose puck. Here comes Rubis. Shot. That's a goal by Rubis. Rubis on a great individual effort sends that puck into the back of the net. And Blues are going to go back on a 2-minute power play as that penalty that is 10 seconds left will come down. The 2-minute penalty goes up. Penalty. Oh, they're going to play it with just 10 seconds left, as they should not have. Face-off won by the Blues over to Rubis on the sideboards. Rubis gets it back to Peterson. Peterson's going to skate it up the line. He gives it to Bowers. Bowers, he puts it in deep, wraps around far side. Crowley beats his man to it. He gets his stick lifted. They send it out to our point for us. Rubis has it. Rubis shoots. That's deflected just wide off Crowley's stick. Bowers battles. He gets held on. She tries to kick it to the front. Crowley goes over to fight for it, and Team Illinois puts that into the bleachers, and we will most likely have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Team Illinois goaltender with 11:40 left here in the second period. Blues leading 2-1. Face-off is won by the Blues. They put it into TI's zone. They're going to get it back. Peterson steps up and holds it, throws it towards the net. Harris grabs it, gets a shot off. Great save by the TI goaltender as Harris chipped it to himself and then got a good little shot off. So Blues have Giorgio centering Harris and Schneider up front, Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. 5-on-5 hockey, even though Blues should be on about another minute 45 power play. Face-off one back to Peterson. He shoots. That's on net. Pad save to the corner. Harris gets it. He battles, loses it behind the net. Giorgio now fights for it. TI clears it out. They try to get it around Rubis. He blocks it. Heads up. Here comes TI. Schneider breaks that up with his stick. And they're coming back in. And Rubis is going to go to the box for tripping as his stick got caught up in the skate. So Blues back to the penalty kill after reclaiming the lead on the last penalty, or power play. Blues send out Spatansky and Bugner up front is the penalty killing unit. They have Smith and Brooks, the defensemen. Defensive zone face-off comes to the right of Scanapieko. Blues win the draw. Brooks sends it high off the glass. That bounces. Bugner tries to push it out. Good hold by the defenseman. They take it to the circle, now below the goal line. They go out to the top of the point. They go back to the far point. Bugner messes with his man, knocks it off his stick. TI reclaims the puck. They're going to go far side. Rocket of a pass connects. Skates it back towards the blue line. He's going to go to the point. Kicks it back to his stick, skates it down to the sideboards, takes it all the way down into the corner, takes it behind the Blues net, and nobody really open here as they just go to the point again. Now they go top of the circle, far side, finally get a lane. That hits off their own player in front, goes to the far corner. Bugner grabs, and he's going to throw it all the way down in what will be an icing, but it will give the Blues a chance to change after that shift. Blues send out Zilm, Giorgio, Komodowski, and Miniman. Defensive zone face-off coming up to the left of Scanapieko. No change in personnel for TI. Face-off won by TI, comes out to the point. They go to the near side top of the circle. They reverse. Miniman keeps him there. They send it out to the point. Giorgio pressures him. Giorgio hits him, takes him down, wins the puck back, flips it out. Kept in by the glove. They go far side. They got room. Shot hits the side of the net, and Blues grab it, and they send it all the way out, and there is no icing, as they're saying he could have played it. So it goes all the way down. Giorgio in on the forecheck. Keeps him to the outside. They're going to bring it in. He skates it down below the circle, takes it behind the Blues net, looking to space out the Blues defenders here. Drops it for the point. Miniman now steps up to him as they do it. It deflects, goes behind on the shot. Giorgio has room if he can get around one more, and does so. Good play by Zilm, and Giorgio gets knocked down. Another no call, and heads up. Here comes Team Illinois 5-on-2, and wow, just two really bad missed calls on that one as well. That's rough. So Blues penalty kill is over. That puck's going to go all the way down on net. Spatansky's going to come down there, and they're going to cover it. So rough officiating in this game so far. Hopefully they get it figured out pretty quick here. But several missed sequences of calls that have gone TI's favor today. Blues complete the line change. Blanchard and Wessel with Spatansky up front. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. Spatansky lines up, take this offensive zone face-off to the left of the Team Illinois goaltender. Face-off is won by the Blues. Wessel sends it to Rubis. Rubis takes a long shot. That deflects on net. Patted to the corner by the goalie. Wessel battles for it. He tries to control it in the corner. He sends it back to the TI defenseman. They go D-to-D behind the net. It comes through far side. Pass picked off by Peterson. He sends up the boards for Wessel. Wessel to Spatansky. Over to Blanchard. He tries to kick into his stick so he can shoot it. His pass to the point hit something and didn't quite make it, but good pinch by Rubis. Wessel tries to go to the front. Blanchard now has it. He goes out to Rubis at the point. He kicks into his stick. He goes over to Peterson. Peterson, long shot, hits a shin pad. That comes out of zone. Rubis has to hustle as he's got a man all over him. Rubis grabs it. He goes off the boards. Loose puck coming front. Good step up by Peterson. Blocks it with his shin pad. TI grabs it. They send it far side behind the net. Blanchard's got to go. He hits his man. They take it deep into the corner. Pass to the front, blocked by Spatansky. That puck goes all the way out. Too many men there on the ice, and it's going to go all the way down, and they're going to call ice. Blues send out a fresh unit. It is Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers with Smith and Brooks, the defensive pair. Defensive zone faceoff after that icing comes to the right of Scanapieko. Crowley lines up to take it. He's looking to pull this back to Smith so they can go behind the net. And that did not work as TI wins it. Their shot flutters behind the net, and Brooks goes and battles for it. They throw it behind for Smith. Smith gets it up the boards to nobody as TI comes away with it. Brooks grabs it. He sends it up the boards hard to Bowers. Bowers, he goes far side for Bauer, and here comes Bauer and Crowley. And, wow, they're offsides by a mile. Shot, that goes just wide, as that was clearly offsides. Bauer grabs it, throws it towards the front. Bauer's on the forecheck opposite side. Good pinch by Malachi Smith, breaks that up. Malachi picks up the loose puck. He's trying to get it in. Crowley covering, he takes a shot. Bowers gets it. Sends it over to Crowley. Didn't see it coming right past the stick. Bauer grabs it. He's battling in the corner. That's Crowley picks it up. Crowley reverses back to Bauer. Bauer's going to skate behind the net. Gets it to Bowers in front. One-timer. Great save by the TI goaltender, as Bowers got good stick on that and put a rocket right into his pad. But nice job by him not giving up a juicy rebound to two Blues standing right there. Line change for the Blues. Miniman, Komodowski on defense. Giorgio, Harris, Schneider up front. Offensive zone faceoff comes to the left of the TI goaltender. Faceoff is won by the Blues. Back to Miniman. Miniman to Komodowski. Komodowski takes a quick shot, hits Harris in the back. Blues got to get back now as T.I. picks up that loose puck. They try to get around Komodowski. He keeps him out. Pass goes through the front. Slap shot, pad save, picked up by Komodowski, and here comes Harris and Schneider through the neutral zone. Harris gets around his last man, gets it to the net, tries to get it in front, sends it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman right back to Harris. Harris battles on the board. Schneider comes in to help him out, puts it back in deep, and that should be a penalty on T.I., except I think they're going to call that on Harris. Wow. Wow. Weak call there. That's real weak. That's a homer call. Blues go to the penalty kill with 6:20 left here in the second period, up by a goal, 2-1. Harris goes to the box for tripping, it looks like. That's unfortunate. Defensive zone face-off on the penalty kill will be to the right of Scanapieko. Wessel and Spatansky up front. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. Face-off won by T.I. They send it out to the point. They make a move. Wessel's all over him, pressuring him. They get it to the sideboards. Rubis steps in. They get it back out. Wessel goes to pressure that lane. Spatansky immediately on the other defense. Long shot. That's on net. And it is in front. T.I. grabs the puck before Scanapieko can cover it. They bring it to the sideboards. They make a move. They're going to take it back. They send it out to the point. They take a shot. That deflects close. Loose puck in front. Gets pushed to the corner. Rubis gets held the whole way there. No call. They come away with it. They go far side. And good pressure by Wessel breaks up any pass play they might have had. Rubis grabs it. He puts it back out. They clearly could have played that one, and they're going to call the icing anyways. So Blues, minute 16 left of the penalty kill. They're going to send out a fresh unit. Giorgio and Zelm up front. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Defensive zone face-off will be to the right of Scanapieko. Blues win it. Brooks has it. He goes hard off the glass, hits a seam, and Giorgio picks up the loose puck, and he's got a semi-break. Here he goes, and he gets wiped out. Again, no call. Wow. And then Zilm gets tripped. No call. Wow. Wow. Drop pass for T.I. Shot, pad, save. That goes wide. Net is off, I believe. No, it's not. We're good. Puck goes behind the net. Brooks is going to pick up the loose puck. He goes off the glass. That goes over his stick. Should be no icing as the defenseman lifted his stick instead of stopping it and goes all the way down. This might be the worst display of officiating we've ever seen up here, guys. This is pretty bad.
Over the last 2 days.
Okay. That's true, Danny. The Mission game was pretty rough, but the sheer amount of missed bad calls here far outweigh the number of missed calls in that game. Blues keep the same unit out. Giorgio ties up his man on the draw. Smith comes in, puts it deep in the corner for Brooks. Brooks sends it hard off the glass, goes over his man. That's going to go all the way down. And what should be icing, he stops skating. Wow. It just gets worse and worse. The referees are really, really not good tonight. And it's a shame because it's not like the old guy that just struggled because of his age. It's just these guys are just not making the right. They're just making the wrong calls. And that is, you just don't see that up at this level very often. Blues bench will most likely get a penalty here at some point. They are not happy. Blues clear the zone. That comes all the way out. They're saying it doesn't. Giorgio hits his man, knocks him to the ice. The puck comes all the way out, and here they come back in. They've got a reverse as their man that got hit was still not back out of the zone. Here they come. They're going to bring it in far side, and Giorgio knocks it off of his stick. He gets it back. He goes hard behind the net. That goes far side. Spatansky puts pressure on him. They get it through. That's going to do it for the Blues power play. Hugner on a semi-break as he's sprung from the box. He shoots, pad save. He gets hooked down again. No call. Wow, how many trips, hooks, and holds can a team get away with?
Let's go, Blues!
That's, wow. Good play anyways, got the shot on, good save by the goaltender. 4:09 left here in the second period, 2-1 game. We'll have an offensive zone face-off to the right of the Team Illinois goaltender. Fugner, Zilm, Boyer up front. Komodowski, Miniman, the defensive pair. Puck comes all the way back to Komodowski after Fugner wins it. Shot, that gets through to a defenseman, and it's picked off. And heads up, here comes T.I., 3-on-1. Shot, that is blocker to the far side. That's going to go all the way out of the zone. And they go D to D back to their own zone now as they're going to regroup. Zilm heavy on the forecheck, keeps him behind the net. Fugner gets him, holds him there. They bring it through the neutral zone. They're going to pass it far side. That should be an icing. That's not. Oh, my God. Another hit from behind. No call. And a shot. Wow, that is terrible. So T.I. is going to tie it up on a mischecking from behind. Wow. Just absolutely awful officiating tonight. Brutal. Just brutal. Just brutal. So we got another new game. Blues bench clearly upset with these officials. Sikansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front, Komodowski, Miniman, the defenseman. Blues win the draw. They send it forward. Another late, cheap attempt at a hit by number 12. We'll start calling them out by name for good times. They're going to have it in their own corner. Wessel forechecks him. Wessel gets interfered with as he goes the other side. Komodowski hits his man, knocks him to the ice. Puck goes all the way down. And what should be an icing called off. Miniman hits his man, holds it in the corner. Wessel grabs it. He goes far side for Blanchard. Blanchard gives it to Komodowski. Komodowski one to beat. He's got men closing. He takes long shot. That deflects off a shin pad, goes high. Wessel picks it up. He tries to get it to Blanchard. He does. But Blanchard gets it to Spatansky. And Blues go back on the power play as 24 goes to the box for what we believe was interference. So Blues back to the power play with 2:47 left here in the second. I, honest to God, can't believe they called that. I was not expecting it. TI's fans don't understand the game of hockey because they're questioning all these calls over there. And they are fired up. I don't know how you can watch this and not be like, yeah, our team's dirty. Giorgio, Schneider, Harris up front. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. T.I. again trying to plead their case to the refs that they're not a dirty team. They're not succeeding as that player is going to stay in the box. Face off, won by T.I., and then they shoot it into the netting, so we're going to do it again. The TI guy is under the impression that should come out when nobody else in the building does, and he is very loud about it. Face off, won by the Blues. They get it back to Harris. Harris gets around one man, takes it behind the net. He goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis skates the line, gives it back to Harris. Harris back out to Rubis. Rubis tries to hit it to the net. Schneider there for the rebound, can't contain it as he got stepped. Peterson has to race for this puck as he's got a man all over him. T.I. comes away with it, long shot, that's saved. Loose puck, that goes over the net. Holy smokes. Giorgio grabs it, he's going to chip it out to the neutral zone. And then they're going to put it back in deep. Glove down by Rubis. Blues reset now as Rubis can go for a skate. They flip it far side. It hits Schneider as it was in the air. Good pickup by Harris as he gets it to Giorgio. Giorgio back to Peterson, down to Harris. Harris back to Peterson, back to Harris to the front of the net. That hits the skate, comes back out, all the way out to Rubis. Rubis skates the line to Peterson, to Harris. Shot, that's on Schneider. Can't get the stick on it. Rubis grabs it. That's Giorgio. He shoots it. Goes wide. All the way over to Peterson. Peterson shot. Hits a skate. Harris grabs the rebound, back out to Rubis. Rubis goes over to Peterson. Peterson, far side for Harris. Harris has to kick it into the corner. He fights his man for it. Schneider picks it up. He goes the opposite way into the corner, fights his man off. He battles for it. Giorgio comes in. He's going to grab it. Schneider picks up the loose puck. He looks. He goes to Harris. Harris takes a shot, and Blues are going to go to a 5-on-3 power play for 30 seconds as another dirty high hit by Team Illinois is issued. TI's coaches, again, not happy with the call. I don't know what they're watching, but if they would like to watch this on YouTube or Facebook later, we're happy to share.
Hey, Mary.
I guess they don't have Live Barn here. So, Blues will have a 5-on-3 power play for the next 30 seconds. Then they will have a minute 30 power play after that if they don't score one here. And they're trying to get it on the clock. There it goes. And we are ready to go. Spatansky lines up for that draw. TI comes away with it. Wessel's all over him. Buchner steals it. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks makes a step. He shoots. That gets through. Deflected just wide at the last second. Wessel comes away with it. He sends it over to Spatansky. Spatansky, he gets a shot off, but it deflects wide. Back out to Brooks. Brooks shoot. That puck, it hits the shin pad, goes wide. Wessel has it. Wessel to Bugner. Bugner gets the shot off. That misses by a hair. Here comes Wessel. Wessel shot off the crossbar. Smith grabs it. He puts it in deep. Wessel or Spatansky grabs the loose puck. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith shot. That deflects on. Wessel gets the loose puck. Diving save by the goaltender as Bugner comes away with it. Out the point to Smith. Smith to Brooks. And Brooks makes a move. He takes a shot. That gets blocked in front. And TI is going to come away with it as they're going to skate it through the neutral zone. And they make a move around one. Good step up by Brooks. Breaks that up. And good hit by Malachi Smith breaks up that play. Malachi Smith, far side, 8 seconds left to Brooks. Brooks is going to carry it in, and he takes it, takes a shot, glove save. Oh, rebounds in front, no Blue can get to it, and that's going to do it for the second period. So after 2, Blues, TI tied at 2. When we're back for the third period after a scrape, Blues will have a 43-second power play to start the third period. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so since they're going to scrape, and we will see you then. And we are back for the start of the third period. Blues getting final instruction from the bench one last time for this game, hopefully. We're hoping there's no OT. Blues are going to send out the Crowley, Bauer, and never mind. They're going to send out the Giorgio, Harris, and Schneider line. Oh, nope. Change that. It is Giorgio, Crowley, and Harris up front. Rubis and Miniman, the defensive pair. Fake drop by the referee is picked back up. Face-off is won by the Blues. It goes back into the defensive zone. Rubis gets it from Miniman, back to Miniman. Miniman's going to send it up to Rubis. Rubis brings it into the zone. He tries to put it towards the net to Harris. Harris has it knocked off of his stick. T.I. grabs it. They're going to go all the way around the other way, and that should go for an icing all the way down, and it does. So Blues will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the TI goaltender. Giorgio lines up to take this draw. He wins it. TI takes it off the stick of Harris. They're going to skate it back into the neutral zone. They put it in deep. Rubis goes for the chase. He gets hit behind the net in the corner. Crowley comes back. Rubis picks up the puck, gives it to Giorgio. Giorgio up the sideboards for Harris. Bear with me, I'm doing the camera too. Danny stepped away. Crowley brings it in, drops it for Harris. Harris gets the puck to Rubis. Rubis stops on the top of the line. He passed it down low for Giorgio. Giorgio's pass to the front, out of the reach. Miniman's pass to the center, intercepted, and here comes Team Illinois back into the Blues zone. They're going to put it off Crowley in deep. He's going to bring it out far side. He gets hit. Puck gets knocked off his stick. TI takes it back to their own zone. They go D to D on their own blue line. Puck miscommunication with Harris and Giorgio, and this puck now comes far side. Heads up, shot pad saved by Scanapieko. Pushes it to the far corner. Miniman gets it, goes up the boards for Harris. Harris tips it forward. TI grabs it. Good effort by Miniman to knock it back to Rubis. Rubis picks it up, crosses the red line. He puts it in deep, goes for a change. Blues send out a new forward unit. Blanchard, Wessel spot up front. Good hold on the sideboards by a charging Spatansky, or Wessel, excuse me. TI comes away with it. They go far side. Good sauce pass caught and tries to get around Brooks, and he holds him there. Brooks hits him into the corner. Puck squirts up to Blanchard. Blanchard tips it forward for Spatansky. Spatansky tries to tip it forward for Wessel. Blanchard comes away with it. He has a man fall trying to take the puck from him. They take it down into the corner. Blanchard grabs it, pushes it to Spatansky. Spatansky out to the corner to Smith. Shot deflects in front of the net, drops down. Blues can't get a stick on it. Wessel took that one in the leg. He goes to the bench. Blues send out Bowers. They're going to bring it in. TI comes into the Blues zone. Good skate by Smith, breaks that up. TI grabs it, sends it back. Long shot. That goes far side all the way to the other point. Shot blocked by Crowley. He's feeling it. He's going to stay as Bauer and Bowers are pressuring. Crowley out as well as the center. And they're going to throw the puck all the way down in what should be an icing. And they call it off because the back ref was literally not paying attention. Pass forward to Bauer is tipped in the zone. They call off icing there, as they say it was tipped. TI gathers in their own corner. Big hit by Bauer. Puck goes far side, hits off a TI player's stick, goes to Peterson. Peterson goes to Rubis. Rubis loses in his skate. He tries to tip it forward. Bauer has to try to get there. Puck loose in front. Long shot. Blocker saved by Scanapieko. Tipped out to Crowley. Crowley to Bauer. Bauer to Bowers. And Bauer tries to hold on to the puck as the Blues start the change process. TI comes away with it, and they're going to go far side off the mark. TI just grabs it. They're going to put it in deep. Scanapieko puts it back in the corner for Rubis. Blues complete the line change. They hit Boyer. Boyer gets around, gets to the outside, and he gets hooked, and the puck goes on net, and we get a whistle. So Fugner, Boyer, Zilm up front, Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Face-off is won by the Blues back to Miniman. He takes shot. That goes just wide far post. Comes all the way around to Rubis. Rubis throws it on net. That is a pad save to the corner. Miniman hits his man, and Blues put it back in deep. Boyer hits his man. Puck tips around him, heads up. Fugner, good stick, breaks up the entry. They get it right back, though. Miniman keeps him to the outside. Zilm hits him. Miniman grabs the loose puck, puts up the boards. Not far enough, and Team Illinois is going back to the penalty kill as 21 two-handed Zilm with his stick and got caught and then tried dropping his stick like Zilm did something. The ref's not buying it. And Blues go back to the power play with 13:44 left here in the third period. Blues send out Crowley, Spatansky, and Wessel up front. Smith and Brooks, the defensive pair. Face-off is one to the Blues, back to Smith. He goes to Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Tries to go far side. Spatansky gets it. He goes to Wessel. Wessel, far side, goes to Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith back to Brooks. Brooks to Wessel. Wessel to Spatansky. Shot on. Rebound loose. And another late high hit on a Blues player as he was literally just standing there after the goalie covered the puck.
Let's go, Blues!
And Blues win the draw. They get it back to Smith at the point. Smith goes to Brooks. Brooks shot. That gets through. Pad save. Comes far side. Malachi Smith grabs it. He puts it back in. Then he holds in the puck as they try to clear it. They give it to Brooks. Brooks over to Wessel. Wessel shot. That's a shoulder save. Comes right back to him. He goes far side. Oh, no. Spatansky tried to one-touch it as the pass was going to Malachi, and it went right in between the defense, so they got to regroup. Here come the Blues out of their own zone. They get it up to Wessel. Wessel crosses in. Oh, didn't make it to the line, though. He does get it back, though. Sends it over to Smith. Smith gives it to Rubis. Rubis up the point to Spatansky. Spatansky has it knocked off of his stick. And here comes Rubis back in the zone. He makes a move, tries to go to Wessel. It's out of his reach. Wessel circles in the corner. Sauce pass over to Rubis. Rubis steps up, shot, deflects off Crowley's stick, goes just high. Peterson grabs it, puts it back in deep for Wessel. Wessel reverses. He circles, top of the circle. He goes over to Rubis. Rubis pulls up, shot. That goes wide, and Peterson, who is in deep at the top of the other circle, unable to hold. And here he comes back this way. His pass off the mark. That's going to go right back to the defenseman. And Blues are starting the line change process. Good play by Jackson Giorgio. Breaks that up. He battles for it. Schneider comes in to help him. Giorgio comes away with it. He sends it back to Rubis. Rubis shoots. Schneider tips it. Goes on net. And a good reflex save by the goaltender as it tipped right on. So Schneider, Giorgio, Harris up front. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive unit. Giorgio lines up to take it. Harris comes in, and Team Illinois throws it all the way down and touches Scanapieko, and that's no icing as he touched it before the goal line. Komodowski picks it up, gives it to Miniman. Miniman tries to go far side for Harris. Guy wipes that out of the box. Here comes Harris and Schneider, 2-on-3. Harris comes away with the puck after it gets knocked. Schneider goes in to help. Harris pulls it back to the corner. Schneider now there with him, and the puck is kicked forward. Schneider hits his man off the puck. Giorgio sends it to the point. Shot gets through. Harris almost corrals it. Giorgio goes to the corner. He hits his man. Puck comes out. They're going to chip it around, and Blues have to retrieve it from their own zone as Blues take a penalty. So they don't even call it on the right man. I'm pretty sure that was Giorgio, but they're calling it on Komodowski, I think. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. So Komodowski goes to the box with 11:15 left here in the third period. Tie game 2-2. Blues send out Spatansky, and they need another forward. They haven't sent one out yet. Spatansky and Wessel will be the offensive killers. Brooks and Smith, the defensive killers. Face off won by T.I. Goes out to the point. They go far side D to D. Long shot blocked by Brooks right off his ass. Comes out far side. Smith grabs it. He goes up the boards. And here comes Wessel. Chips it around the defender. And he's going to hassle him all the way behind the net. Here comes T.I. back through the neutral zone. They go far side. Rubis keeps them honest to the outside. They drop to the point. Knocked off his stick by Wessel. They go far side, wide open, heads up, shot. That goes far side. That's going to go all the way down as it was a shot. Blues start the change process on the penalty kill. Zillman, Giorgio onto the ice. Malachi Smith and Rubis continue. Here comes T.I. They bring it back into the zone, make a move around one. They go far side, get it to the top, back to the point, back to the top of the circle, near side. Point out high, long shot. That goes high of the net. Rubis grabs it. He puts it out. That hits off of nothing and goes all the way down for icing. So 55 seconds left in the Komodowski penalty. Giorgio, Zilm up front. Peterson, Miniman, the defensive pair. Peterson gets to his side of the circle. Giorgio comes ready, and he is set to take the drop. And now we get it after the fake out. T.I. wins it. They go far side to the point. Giorgio gets in the way. That hits the post, and loose puck is being battled for. T.I. comes away with it. They circle to the slot. Shot hits another post. Miniman battles him behind the net with the player. He's trying. Good job, Blues staying out. Let him battle for it. They get it far side. Hits off a shin pad, goes behind the net. Their pass misses, goes all the way out to the point. They go to the sideboard. They go far side. That puck is out of the reach of everybody. They beat the Blues to it, put it behind, and here comes T.I. putting it back in deep. Miniman, he beats his man to it, tries to put it off the boards. Nobody there for the Blues. T.I. sends it back in deep, hard behind the Blues net, and it gets kicked back to the corner. Miniman goes back behind the net. T.I. pushes it back to the sideboard. Good play by Zilm, breaks up. That puck unfortunately doesn't get out. Zilm goes and grabs it. He flips it up and out, and that's going to do it. Blues are back to full strength, as that was a lot of pressure by Team Illinois. Here they come. They get around a couple. Oh, no, good play, and it's a goal. 29 just skated the entire Blues team and puts the goal in to put Team Illinois up 3-2. Blues respond with the Fugner, Blanchard, Boyer line. Rubis and Brooks, the defensive pair. Face off won by the Blues, back to Brooks. Brooks over to Rubis. Rubis hits Boyer. Boyer puts it off Blanchard, skate into the zone. It's going to go in deep. Boyer heavy on the forecheck, pushes it behind the net. He goes, follows up, holds it there, hits off his shin pad. They try to put it out. Good stick by Brooks, holds it in. T.I. comes back away with it. Pass picked off by Boyer. Boyer shoots, pad saved, goes top of the far circle. Blanchard now on the forecheck. He wipes out. Good skate by Fugner, breaks that up. He puts it back in deep. Blanchard plays it down into the corner for Boyer. Boyer has it. He goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis makes a step. He puts it towards the net, tips, and it hits off the crossbar, and that puck is in the net. Goal by the Blues. Or maybe not. I don't know what they're going to call. Looks like a goal. I think they called no goal. They're saying no goal. Wow. Looked in from here. Clearly the 09s down there thought it was in the net, but I guess it wasn't. So Blues change their defensive pair to Komodowski and Smith. Hugner, Blanchard, Boyer stay up front. Hugner lines up for this offensive zone draw. It's won by T.I. Boyer levels his man. It comes all the way around to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski shoots it, deflects just wide. They send it back up the boards. Komodowski pitches, brings it down deep, tries to get to Blanchard. Blanchard gets absolutely annihilated again in front of the net, and goalie quickly covers the puck as he was able to get just enough on it to get it there. Blues are going to send out the Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers line with Smith and Komodowski on defense. Face-off is won by T.I. They're going to throw it high in the air. Komodowski has to retreat to grab that in his own zone. He goes up the side to Bowers. Bauer across the red line. He puts it in deep. Crowley goes in on the forecheck. They're going to put it back to the corner. Bowers picks that up. He tries to hit Bauer right back to himself. He sends out the point to Komodowski. Komodowski shoot. That goes just wide, far side. Bauer goes in on the forecheck, hits his man hard, and that puck comes all the way back down to the blue zone in what I think should have been icing. Komodowski shakes off a hit, gets the puck to Smith. Smith is going to skate it out of the zone. He goes up to Bauer. Bowers brings it in. He gives it to Bauer, right back to Bowers. Shot by Malachi Smith as he picked up the loose puck, and Bowers throws it back to the point. Nobody was home as Malachi Smith was in on the offense there. Malachi grabs that pass from his partner. He's going to put it in deep. Bowers goes in on the forecheck. They take it back. They reverse. Good, almost good step by Miniman. Does cause the turnover. Giorgio is going to get it all the way back in the blue zone. They're going to put it up the boards. It hits off something. Smith grabs it. They tip it forward to Harris. Harris tips it around one. 2-on-1 for the Blues. And Schneider gets it and buries it! Schneider from Harris to tie this game back up 3-3 with 6:39 left here in the third period. Beauty of a play by Braden Harris as he chipped it around two men, bring it into the outside, and hit Schneider with a one-timer. And he buries it to tie this game up. So Schneider from Harris with 6:39 left here in the third period. So T.I. is shockingly complaining about something again to the refs. Let's see if they find a way to, they're talking, let's see if they find a way to call this goal off. And they didn't. Certainly surprised. So center ice face-off after that goal is going to be taken by Giorgio. No change in personnel. Face-off won by the Blues. Harris brings it in. He's got Schneider breaking into the net again. Harris gets absolutely annihilated in the head. Giorgio hits his man. Shot. That deflects right in front. Schneider grabs it. He gets to the net again. And a quick heads-up save by the TI goaltender as he holds it. So Harris shaken up after that hit. He's going to go to the bench. Blues going to send out a fresh forward unit in Blanchard, Wessel, and Spatansky. Miniman and Peterson will continue on defense. Face-off won by TI. They're going to go hard around the boards. Miniman pinches, hits his man. That puck's going to go all the way down, and no icing as Peterson got it for the line. Blanchard takes the hit, ships it forward to Spatansky. Spatansky to Wessel. Wessel back to Spatansky. Spatansky has it bobble on him. He tries to get it back to Blanchard, who's high. He goes instead to the corner to Wessel. Wessel takes the hit, and TI comes away with a good step. Good step by them, and it looks like TI is going back on the penalty kill as 51 wrangled Wessel to the ice there.
Let's go, Blues!
So Blues back to the power play. As number 51 goes to the box. I didn't see what they actually called. I don't know if there's actually a hand signal for lassoing, but that's kind of what it looked like. So Fugner, Wessel, Blanchard up front. Defensive unit will be Rubus and Brooks. The Blues look to take the lead on this power play late in the third. Fugner wins it back to Rubus. Rubus one-touch passes to Wessel. Wessel far side for Brooks. He has it bounce over his stick and heads up. Here come T.I. 2-on-1. Good stick by Brooks. Breaks that up. They're going to send it up to the point. Puck goes a mile high, and all they can do is throw it back. Blues going to have to get on the point here to get that puck, and T.I. really controlling puck time here. They're going to try to hold it on the boards, and Wessel tries to poke it back to the Blues defense. Fugner comes away with it. It is him and Blanchard bringing it into the zone. Fugner pushes it in deep. Blanchard goes for the puck. He battles, drops it for Fugner. Fugner wrap around, almost gets it through the post. Blanchard then brings it forward. Blanchard has the puck, gives it to Fugner. Fugner takes it in the corner, out to Brooks. Brooks back to Fugner. Fugner skates at top of the circle. He goes far side for Wessel. Wessel back to Brooks. Brooks in front for Blanchard, deflects just wide. Wessel, sauce pass out to the point for Rubus. Rubus shot, that's on net. Loose puck in front, and finally T.I.'s goaltender is able to cover it. Wow, number 8's dirty. Spear to the back of leg of Wessel as the refs weren't looking. So face-off is going to come out of the zone because the Blues defense collapsed down into the crease. Schneider, Giorgio, and Harris up front. And we will have Smith and Komodowski, the defensive pair. So Giorgio lines up to take this one. Giorgio wins it back to Komodowski. Komodowski to Smith. Smith circles at the red line. He's going to go back to Komodowski. Komodowski, he's going to go far side, hits off a TI player. Harris picks up the puck. He goes hard behind the net. Schneider's going to race to the sideboards. He lets it go to Smith at the point. Smith over to Komodowski. Komodowski over to Harris. Harris, shot! Braden Harris! Braden Harris with the power play goal. Puts the Blues up 4-3 with 4:24 left here in the third period. So back-to-back shifts with goals for that line. And they're gonna continue here. There's no change in personnel with 4:24 left in the third period. Blues now lead 4-3. Giorgio lines up to take this draw. It is won by Giorgio. He goes back to Smith. Smith has his pass to Schneider picked off by a stick. Giorgio picks up the loose puck. He's going to take it behind the Blues net. He goes up far side. He tips it out to the neutral zone. Schneider keeps him honest. They go D to D. They're going to throw it in deep. Hits off the backboards behind. Komodowski throws it back to the neutral zone. Zilm now, or Boyer out on the ice. He forechecks. They take it to the outside. Long shot. That goes far side. Buchner's hit. Looks like it hit more of himself. Boyer has the puck tipped forward. Zilm grabs it. They go into the zone with it. T.I. comes away with it, comes out to the point. They go D to D to Komodowski. Komodowski tries to pass far side, hits the stick, goes a mile high. T.I. throws it back around hard, and Komodowski can't grab it as it's going to go all the way down. No icing as it stops. Komodowski grabs it. He's going to go for a skate. He brings it to the neutral zone. He has it picked off his stick, and here comes T.I. back into the blue zone. Offsides by 4 feet, no call. They get it to the front, wide open, nobody home. Hits off the post. Comes all the way out to the point, long shot. That hits Malachi Smith in the thigh. Komodowski grabs it. He reverses. TI comes away with it. They send it back to the top of the circle. They go far side into our corner. He chips it. Crowley picks it off. He tips it around, gets it to Bowers. Bauer tried to get to Zilm. That puck is missed. Zilm retreats and gets off the ice. Another late big hit. Here they come. They clear it in. Miniman has it tipped off of his stick. They get to the front. Good play by Bauer and Blanchard to grab it. They're going to chip it up the boards to the neutral zone. It goes all the way into TI's defensive zone. Bauer heavy on the forecheck. Blanchard comes to help him out. Good pinch by Miniman. Holds it at the blue line. Couldn't hold it in the zone, but kept it right there. Spatansky grabs it. He tries to put it in deep. Blanchard gets it. He does get it in deep. Spatansky goes in on the forecheck. Wessel fresh on the ice. He's going to crash the side, and they make a move, get around one, and here they come through the neutral zone as they skate it, bring it into the blue zone. Drop pass, heads up, shot, hits off Peterson, blocked there. Peterson puts it off the boards. That's going to go all the way down, not far enough for icing again as they call it off. Wessel goes in on the forecheck. They go behind the Blues net, or the TI net. They reverse. Schneider hits his man. They take it behind. Schneider pulls out, goes back to the slot. He tries to hit the stick. Here they come through the neutral zone. He gets around one. Gets around another shot. Blocked by Peterson. They send it back out. They miss their defenseman as it goes all the way down. And almost picked off by Harris. They go far side. Schneider disrupts it, but not enough to get the puck off his stick. They go around Rubis. He tries to put it in front. Harris picks it off, and he's just going to flip it out. That's not going to go far enough for icing either. Oh, man, it rolled. So puck got up and rolled, and they're going to call icing with 1:20 left here in the game. So timeout called by TI with 1:20 left. We'll be back for the finish of this game here shortly. And here we are to finish this game out. Defensive zone face-off to the left of Scannapieco. TI's goaltender is halfway to the bench. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, and Spatansky up front with Rubis and Brooks as the defensive pair. That puck, well played by Rubis, goes all the way down. No icing as they bring it through the neutral zone. He pulls up at the red line. He's going to bring it in now. Blues collapsing a little bit here. They're going to bring it down deep. They go up to the point. Goaltender is out of the net now. Empty net for TI. They control on the Blues near sideboard. Bring it out to the point. They go far side. And Tyson Boyer steps up, blocks a shot, goes behind the net. TI comes away with it. They take it to the far corner. They send it out to the point. Shot! That hits Giorgio or Brooks in front. And that goes into the netting. And I think the Blues just took a dumb penalty with 37.7 seconds left. I'm not sure, I wasn't watching because Blues don't normally do much like that, but looks like Rubis is going to go to the box. So with their goalie pulled, TI will have a 6-on-4 advantage here. Blues will keep Giorgio and Spatansky up front with Smith and Brooks on defense. Won by the Blues. Malachi Smith's exit attempt hits the midsection of a TI player. They bobble the puck. Spatansky's going to grab it. He shoots it off of the TI player, and they're going to say it hit a player on the bench, and it comes right back into the Blues zone after a really good play by Spatansky. Gave up his body to get that puck out of the zone, and I guess it hit a Blues player on the bench. And yeah, they're going to take it all the way back in. No change in personnel for either team. Face off, won by T.I. out to the point. They go far side. They go to the slot, tipped in front. Glove saved by Scanapieko. Held on to and whistle blown. 20.6 seconds left here in this game. Blues lead 4-3. They're on a penalty kill until the end of this game. Shots are currently 44-24 in favor of the Blues. And Giorgio's going to take this defensive zone face-off. T.I. wins it again. They take it out to the point. They circle. Then they send it to the other point man. Long shot. That is loose in front. And the puck. I don't know what they saw. I don't know what the whistle is for. I guess a ref lost sight of the puck. I'll take it. I have no idea what they blew the whistle for, but they did. So Spatansky lines up. He's going to take the drop this time. He wins it back to the corner. Brooks is going to hold it there. No, he doesn't. He tries to clear. It comes out to the point. Heads up. Shot. That almost gets through. Goes behind the net. Wraparound attempt again. And that's going to do it as Giorgio holds it against the boards. Blues are going to win this game. And looks like there is a scrum behind the net as there is punches being thrown by a couple TI players. And Malachi Smith involved there, and he doesn't normally get that worked up, so they had to have done something to really piss him off. So Blues, they're going to win this one 4-3. TI still starting stuff with their sticks. And Boyd's going to line up for the handshake. But this is what this sport's always about, the friendly handshake at the end after a well-fought game. And that's going to do it for us tonight. We are back tomorrow at some point early between 8 and 8:30. For the fourth and final game of this. We're not sure if the schedule's accurate or not, but as of now, it looks like 8-10 against Orangutan out of Colorado. Is that how you say it? No? How do you say it? Octagon? Pentagon? Cheerios? I don't know. Whatever. Some team out of Colorado is currently on our schedule. We don't know if that is our game for sure or not, but Danny will let you know on Facebook, YouTube. Just plan on being awake at 8 a.m. and we'll be on the air at some point. So until tomorrow, St. Louis, see ya.